Hello, good day. Welcome to Step Up News. Please subscribe, like, and share. Share your thoughts. We'll be hearing some rumors about the presidency. Some say that there is no president, and the country is ruled by a cabal known as the presidency. Based on what is happening in the country, based on what is the society, increase in price, increase in fuel and other things. So many people are really saying that the president does not exist. And even the other time, his wife um, came up and said that presidency, the president does not exist. So we really, it's really confusing. So we have to listen to this interview, and you just have to share your thought and tell us what you think about this country. Are we really going to continue, or is the country really going to um, continue this way? Is there any hope for the future, or should the country be divided? Or just share your thought and tell us what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you very much.
If you've been in this country maybe 20 years, you are not too young, you have never seen our country this way. Insecurity on one part. Have you ever seen this country this divided? For some reason, you're just hearing noise of, oh, secession, oh, we want to go, oh, everybody's doing whatever the hell they like, say whatever they want to say, and those with the responsibility to say, enough. You're not going to be allowed to implode this country. You're not going to be allowed to destabilize this country, are on holiday, receiving guests, shaking hands with people that are jumping from pillar to pole, claiming that they are running parties. And you take a look at poverty, and you say, okay, maybe they're not getting it with insecurity. Okay, maybe they're not getting it with national cohesion. What are they doing with the large number of unemployed in the country? The number is ballooning. You cannot see a synergy of thought between policy and government action to reduce that. Leave that. Okay, so maybe they don't know what they're going to do with unemployment. Then you go to the so-called anti-corruption. You ask yourself, where are the things that can tell you that the country is running an anti-corruption battle that has produced some fear in the system? You can't find anything other than, take them in, bring them out, spend time. Look, we have completely forgotten about everything President Buhari and his friends promised us when they were coming. Nigerians have forgotten that. We asked them to do three things because they are incapable of doing others. They should forget about running the economy. They don't know how to do that. They should leave that. Number one, they should reform the Electoral Act so that the Nigerians who have to take a decision to vote them out can at least be assured that their votes will count. Number one. Number two, they should manage the rhetorics of all this ethnic militia, this group, that group, from wherever they may be coming from, be them in any of the sections of the country, to tell them in very firm and clear language, enough is enough. Number three, and probably the fact, they should just pack their bags and go. If you cannot do a job, if you do not have the capability to manage a job, if you are struggling on the job, if you are incapable of explaining to Nigerians what you are doing, if you don't have the empathy to reach out to parents who are looking for their kids who are kidnapped, if your spokespeople and your supporters are going to come on television and annoy us even more, it is more honorable to say, herein, I have tried, thank you very much, I'm packing my load and I'm going.
Wondering, Mr. Shomi, that's if we're ever going to see that kind of day in Nigeria. But let me ask you, you talked about the huge division, and a number of people have said over and over again, that is something that can only be attributed to the activities of politicians across party lines. Where is all of that division coming from?
Okay, thank you. I have read and heard some suggestions that unknowingly suggests or tries to impugn or insinuate that probably opposition or some elements are the ones wrong. That's not true. The country got divided so badly because of the nepotistic attitude that they started with. It got so bad because those who are speaking this divisive language within the country have been left to just do it with reckless abandon. For more than 3 years, in spite of me being in opposition, I have been very nervous as to how everybody just comes to national space and talks as if the country is not controllable. And I get extremely depressed. Why? Because I expect, in the minimum, 2 people that I expect them that they know what to do. The first is the president himself. I expect him to know what to do. The second is the National Security Advisor, Mongunu. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'll ask myself, is this not Mongunu? Is it the same Mongunu, the Mongunu that will be sitting as the National Security Advisor of this country? Intelligence will be at the lowest ebb. People are just doing whatever they like, however they like, underneath the pretense that we're running democracy. If we do not have a country, if the country implodes on all our heads, where the hell are we going to go? And when you see them come to public space, you say, give them patience, do. You won't even see anything to suggest to you that they have put themselves in the shoes of the people they're talking to. And on behalf for the president, with due respect, nobody would have taken you 30 years from retirement to come and lead this country if you are not going to lead from the front. Whereas I do not expect you to sidestep all democratic institutions, but that does not mean that things can't still happen within the existing structure that you have on your hand. And therefore, if one is beginning to get the impression that the president is truly not interested, probably too tired, or he has been, he has given up on even his own aides, why would you ask that the story of Nigeria will be kidnapping today, ransom tomorrow, kidnapping today, ransom tomorrow, kidnapping today, ransom tomorrow? What are we doing about the underpinnings? We talk to you about unemployment, you say it's not a big deal. How can it not be a big deal? What is foiling it? We talk to you about nepotism, you say it's not a big deal. What is foiling the hatred of the tribes? How can anybody be president of this Nigeria, for God's sake, and allow people to be using ethnic divisions and rhetorics to undermine the country? One organization will speak from the southwest. Instead of them to shut them up immediately, one organization will be replying them in the north. How did we become a country where ethnic militias are the ones that are running this country for us?
Well, Mr. Shomi, before we toss this to Abuja, let me just ask you pointedly now. You said you don't believe this government is capable of handling the economy, but you asked for in fact, 3 things. You asked for them to work on the Electoral Act and quell these, voices of secession. Are you saying you are at least trusting this government to be capable to handle that?
No. We will not pay them salaries. Give them all the trappings of government so that they can just slip through the whole role. My saying we no longer have any expectation on the economy is because when a child is incapable of passing mathematics, just forget about it, teach him English. When I say they should forget about creating jobs, it is because they've been struggling at it. They like to bandy figures. They sit down in their rooms and concoct all sorts of contraption and be telling you, oh, they have done this in agriculture. What kind of talk is this? We are supposed to feel it on the streets. There is no way the entire north of Nigeria, the middle belt of Nigeria, the southwest, the south-south, the southeast, everybody in the country will be under this kind of stress if they were doing the right thing. So I've taken the difficult ones from them. I've left them with the ones that if they don't solve, we won't even have a country. Can you imagine the effrontery with which their party is saying they will be in charge of Nigeria for 1 million years? What have they done to Nigerians that can make Nigerians love them? Are they trying to say that the people in these countries are Neanderthals who will not even know when their own interest has not been served? How much have they been living? What have they been spending? How have they been coping? The few people who even have a little salary, they are under a lot of pressure because nothing else is working. So I removed those ones from their list because it's too late. They have barely 2 years to go. They can't even run their own party. They can't keep to their own rules. So how would you expect other people to organize the country? I've given them the 3 most critical ones because I know if they don't improve the Electoral Act, we might probably get to 2023 and this bunch of crooks will come again and tell me that, oh, they got 10 million votes from a village that people don't live in. I've told them to solve the problem of this this crisis in the country, everybody just talking anyhow. How can a nation allow itself to be hijacked by miscreants claiming that they are running for their tribe? Is this country no longer under leadership?